Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? Hey, we coming on here a little bit later than we usually do. My grandson graduated from kindergarten, so I had to go up there, show love, show some support to him. But we took care of that personal matter, and now it's time to open the doors to the liquor store. And I know y'all been fiending. I know y'all been needing y'all fix. It's the weekend. It's 6 o'clock somewhere in the world, so it's time to sin. So you know what I'm saying? We got that gin, we got that hen, we even got Eagles tears. Come on in here and we're gonna get drunk on that Dallas Cowboys content together, man. So hey, on your way into the liquor store though, man, I need y'all to do a little bit of legwork for your boy. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that share button. And if you ain't already joined the channel, man, I need y'all to hit that the subscribe button as well. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers right now, and we're currently sitting at 800. Let me see what the exact number is. I like being accurate with my numbers. Yeah, we're sitting at 856 people so far, man. Y'all definitely been showing love. Y'all definitely been helping the channel grow, for the past couple of months. So I appreciate y'all for everything. So, to continue to hit that subscribe button. If you know anybody like the Dallas Cowboys or football in general, tell them about the liquor store so they can come over here and get drunk with us. Also, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, you will receive half off all the merchandise inside of the liquor store. So, you want to use that, that discount, go ahead and use what supplies last, man. We're going to be running out real soon. Hey, Kevin Calloway, what's up with you, my guy? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. Go ahead, hit that like and share for me, man. Hey, Chris Johnson, what's up with you, man? Chris Johnson said the streets is dry. Thanks for opening the liquor store. Anytime, man. Anytime, and listen, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. So, this is as good a time as any, to go live and, get drunk with this content together, man. So, we see DeAndre Hopkins then got released. There was some things said or not said by DeAndre Hopkins on a podcast. So we'll talk about some of that. There was a comments made by Dak Prescott, in regard to the offense. There was some news circulating about the OTAs. So we'll cover that as well. So there's plenty to talk about right now in this surrounding Dallas Cowboys. So we'll just take a seat, pour you up a glass. We'll get everything covered, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have us a good ass time, man. We're gonna have us a good ass time. But yeah, go ahead, hit that like and share, man. Let everybody know. Also, for everybody that's currently inside the liquor store, y'all got 5 days if you want to participate in this Dallas Cowboy jersey raffle. If you send $5 to $Hennythemoor, you will be entered for a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey. Now, we've been doing it for a majority of the month, and we're going to wrap it up on the 31st. So the 31st is your last day to send for entries. So if you want to participate, if you want a chance to get you a jersey, you got between now and the 31st to get your entries in, and then we will pull the winner on the 1st. Right? So if you're interested in doing that, or if you just want to support the content and support the show, you hit the cash app because we are not monetized yet. Now with that out the way, we got that out the way. Let's jump right into the content, man. Let's jump right into the content. Hey, Stephen Harrison, what's good with you? Desmond Ironman, I see you, my boy. Appreciate you. Hey, Joe, what's up with you, my guy? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. So now let's start with the breaking news. Is the Dallas Cowboys related? Kind of, sort of. We'll talk about it. So the Cardinals have released 5-time Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins. And what's even crazier about it is they are willing to eat $22 million just to get him off of the team. So this is not going to be a post-June cut. Like he is being. Hey, shout out to Justin for the $25 donation. They got you 5 entries into the to the raffle. So you have not quadrupled, right? You have greatly increased your chances of winning the Dallas Cowboy jersey. So salute to you. Thank you for supporting and showing love. And y'all want to be like my brother Justin Kitchens and improve your odds of getting a Dallas Cowboy jersey, just hit the cash app. But yeah, man, DeAndre Hopkins, they cut him and they're willing to eat over $22 million just to have him off of the team. This is not a post June the 2nd destination. Like he is currently off the team. They're going to eat the dead money. He is an unrestricted free agent who can sign anywhere that he wants to. He said, thanks, brother. Love the content. Hey, I love the support. I love the support. And as long as y'all show love, I will continue to come on here as much as humanly possible to give y'all quality Dallas Cowboys content. So I appreciate all y'all. Yo, what's up with you, Bruce? I see you, my guy. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Hey, Miss Wonder, I see you. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. I greatly appreciate it. So listen, like he has did a lot of double talking. I'm not here to downplay DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he went on I Am Athlete, which is a very good podcast. He went on there, and he made a list of quarterbacks he would like to play with. Dak Prescott was not amongst them, right? They asked him about Dak Prescott, and then he shook his head. You know what I'm saying? However, as we all know, he was in Dallas training with Dez Bryant, and then he also allegedly went to Dak Prescott's house and worked out with Dak Prescott during the offseason, right? This is what we heard, from the boys over there on the radio, that Dak Prescott was in the Dak. He had worked out with Dak Prescott at some point during the offseason while he was in Dallas. So, regardless of what was said on the, in the media, like I know that is something that allegedly already happened. So, regardless of what he says, like Dallas Cowboys are a competitor. They do have a good quarterback. They do have a good coaching staff, and they also have a very good defense. And at this point, you can also say they have a competent front office because they did go out and trade for Brandon Cooks. They did go out and get Stephon Gilmore, and they did, put an emphasis on run defense when they drafted Monty Smith. So, in theory, the Dallas Cowboys do meet the criteria of some of the things that DeAndre Hopkins openly said that he wanted in an organization, right? He was campaigning to be a Dallas Cowboy, right, early in the offseason. Now, I think, after they made the trade for Brandon Cooks, I think it might have left a sour taste in his mouth because that's sort of when, some of these other things that he said came about. Like he wasn't saying this before the Dallas Cowboys feel that needed wide receiver. He was openly campaigning to get down here. So, it is what it is. However, I'm saying this is a new day and time. It's a completely unobligated free agent. He can sign wherever he wants to. So, he could sign with Patrick Mahomes if he wanted to. He can go up there to the Kansas City Chiefs, be their number one wide receiver, right? Because I think he's a better wide receiver than anybody else they got on their roster right now. Not naming names, but, he has the pedigree to be their number one wide receiver, right? I think he can go somewhere like the Buffalo Bills where he'll be the clear-cut number two wide receiver next to Stephon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Now, he did mention the Eagles, but I don't know where he would fit on their roster. They already are paying A.J. Brown. They have to pay Devontae Smith pretty soon. He might be able to muscle out Quez Watkins. I think he would muscle out Quez Watkins. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Quez Watkins is anybody, but I'm just saying they are already got money tied up at wide receiver. They got to pay Devontae Smith pretty soon. So I don't really know if they will be able to afford him unless he takes a very team-friendly discount. So there's opportunities for him to sign a lot of different places, not just Dallas. And then when we look at the possibility of Dallas signing him, we have to pay CeeDee Lamb pretty soon. We're paying Brandon Cooks this year and next year. Michael Gallup is your highest paid wide receiver at this point. I don't think you can get out from underneath his contract right now. You just invested a top 100 pick in Jalen Tolbert that came by the show recently. So, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys would sign him. You know what I'm saying? But remember, we had an opportunity to sign to trade for him. Instead of trading for DeAndre Hopkins, we traded for Brandon Cooks. Right? So I think, the Dallas Cowboys are not wide receiver needy. Even though I think he could be a positive addition, I think he would make the wide receiver room better. I do not think the Dallas Cowboys are willing to pay what he wants to get paid to be a Dallas Cowboy, nor do I think that they're interested in doing so. So would I like for the Dallas Cowboys to sign him? Sure, why not? Do I think it's a pressing need to get DeAndre Hopkins or any other wide receiver at this point? No. I think as it sits right now, the CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks will be a very dynamic 1-2 punch for you. I think Michael Gallup, if fully healthy, can be your possession receiver, be a guy that can come in and high point the ball. I think Jalen Tolbert is a guy that will take the next step in his development this year. That's one of the reasons we targeted him for an interview. I think that boy can go crazy this year. We were saying that before we interviewed the kid, that he will probably have a breakout season in this new West Coast offense, having more time to develop, more wide receiver and quarterback friendly system. So, I don't necessarily think the Dallas Cowboys need a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? But, would I be opposed to getting him? Not at all. Do I think the Dallas Cowboys will make it happen? No. Flat out, I don't think they'll do it. Not to say anything is wrong with DeAndre Hopkins. Like I said, he's still a phenomenal talent. I think he still plays. But, I just don't think Dallas Cowboys are going to invest that much more into the wide receiver position. I just don't see it. So moving along, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to talk about that momentarily. I don't think they'll sign him. Don't think they have a need for him. Don't think they'll sign him. But speaking of wide receiver and guys playing wide receiver, let's segue real quick and talk about Cavontae Turpin, who we usually don't even view as a wide receiver, right? We view him as a return specialist. He made a Pro Bowl selection as a kick returner. So, we don't usually factor him in as a wide receiver because he usually is not used in the passing game at all. But, according to this report, right, he has been getting some reps at wide receiver during OTAs. So, and this is from Jess, God, please don't let me butcher this lady's name, Jess Neverez, who is a reporter that covered the Dallas Cowboys. Cavontae Turpin getting plenty of reps in as wide receiver with the Cowboys offense. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Cavontae Turpin is going to magically turn into Tyreek Hill. That is not what I'm finna sit here and try and sell you. He's not going to turn into Tyreek Hill. He's not going to turn it into Waddle. He's not going to turn into one of these, super next level deep threat wide receivers. But what I am going to say is Cavontae Turpin is probably the fastest player that you have that plays offense. I think it's a toss-up between him and Tony Pollard. I think Turpin ran like a 4.2, 4.3, something like that, and Tony Pollard ran a 4.3 at his pro day. So those are the two fastest guys that you have on your offense. I think it is malpractice not to at least try and get the ball into his hand more often. May it be an end around, may it be handing him the ball as a running back, may it be throwing him the ball on a wide receiver screen, may it be motioning him to the backfield and giving him the ball on a running back screen, getting him the ball in space on a pick route. There are different things you can do to get the ball into your playmaker's hands that I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys really utilized last year. He was pretty much confined to being a return specialist. And if I'm not mistaken, the only catch that he had last year was the final play of the season on that little dump off to end the game against the 49ers. I think that is misusage of one of your more dynamic players. And I'm not saying he's going to go out here and be 1,000-yard wide receiver. I'm not saying that they should go out here and give him all the targets in the world. I'm not saying that. Hey, what's up with you, Mickey? I appreciate you for the donation. They got you 2 more entries into the Dallas Cowboy raffle. So I appreciate your love and support. And happy Friday to you as well. If y'all want to be like Mickey and improve your chances of getting a Dallas Cowboy jersey, just hit the Cash App. Just hit the Cash App and you will, get you your entries. And you got until the 31st to do so. So, just tap in and, you yourself can win you a Dallas Cowboy jersey. Also, we were able to find my brother, S.A. Richburg. We will be sending his jersey out on Tuesday. This Tuesday coming up because I like paying for this with my business credit card. Right? Shameless plug. Hey, y'all should get a Tomo card. Yeah, y'all should. They're pretty nice. But yeah, so you will have your jersey sent out on Tuesday. He wants a 2XL Michael Parsons jersey, so we were able to reach him. We were able to get his mailing information, and he will get his jersey sent out on Tuesday. So salute to my brother for showing love and supporting the channel and the raffle, and he will be getting his Michael Parsons jersey on Tuesday. And I will send you the tracking number and everything else once it's sent out. So salute to you. Hey, King G, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Coming in and choosing to get drunk early on a Friday with us. Hey, salute to you. And salute to you too, Common Sense Lab. So yeah, man, I'm not saying that Turpin. Hey, what's up with your action, pal? Thank you for tapping in. I'm not saying that Turpin, should get wide receiver 1 targets, wide receiver 2 targets, wide receiver 3 targets. I'm just saying, he should have a script of plays that you can run for him to get the ball in his hand, to get him into space, to see if he can break one. Like Turpin should listen. Turpin should get at least 2 or 3 opportunities every game. He should get at least 3 targets every game to affect the game, and maybe not even targets. Maybe he should get an end around and 1 screen and 1 clear out route where he can get the ball in his hand again. Right? He should get at least 3 targets in the game so he can possibly affect the team. Because the way that the rules are set up now, it will minimize his ability, to be useful in kick return and punt return. So with that said, he won't have that much value. I don't think anybody will really have that much value on special teams this year. Right, rub route, screens, end arounds. Yeah, he should have at least one of each every game. And I'm not saying that he should get wide receiver 1 targets, wide receiver 2 targets, wide receiver 3 targets. But if you're running a well-polished offense, right? If you want to run the damn ball, there's no reason you can't give the ball to Turpin on a rush attempt, right? If you want to run screens, there's no reason that Turpin can't get 1 screen. If you want to run a rub route to get your most explosive players the ball in their hand in space, there's no reason that he can't be the guy receiving the ball on a rub route. You know what I mean? So smart, no nonsense football is what we want to hear. I'm not sure that's what they're doing. I know they said he's getting snaps at wide receiver, right? They say he's getting work at wide receiver. I want them to utilize him as a weapon, not just a guy to run a go route, not just a guy to run a post route, because he is undersized. Unless he is wide open with a ton of separation, I don't necessarily know Dak Prescott will try to get him the ball. You know what I mean? So give him the ball on the screen, give him a ball on a rub route, give him a ball doing this, doing that, but let him be somebody that can come in and affect the game. You know what I mean? If he was playing for Kansas City, we would know Turpin as a guy, that had probably like 900 all-purpose yards. You know what I mean? Like he would have probably had 400 yards receiving. He might have had 500 yards rushing. They're going to hand him the ball. They're going to give him the ball in end arounds or something crazy like that. Of course, they'll keep utilizing him in the kick return game. So I think Turpin is a weapon that could be used. I didn't like the Dallas Cowboys only relegated him to kick return anyway. So I like it. You know what I'm saying? If you're fast, there are plenty of low risk, high reward plays you can get in the ball in his hand. Exactly. Getting the ball, I don't care how. Yeah, there are plenty low risk, high reward plays that you can do for him. It doesn't have to be him running 20 and 30 yards down the field. It does not have to be all that. You know what I mean? So I like it. I think once Turpin gets the ball and shows out, he will get the opportunities. Yeah, but you got to actually give him the opportunities to do so. You know what I mean? You can start off with 2 plays. Hey, what's up with you, John Cofield? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my guy. You can start him off with 2 plays. You can start him off with the end around that they already run for him, and then you can give him like a jailbreak screen, right? Or you can start him off with the end around you already do for him, and you can give him a pick play where he's the target on the pick route. You know what I mean? So I think that you should give him opportunities, and if he gets a couple of big plays on the limited opportunities that he gets, then you can add more to his play. So you did good on this end around, you did good on this pick play. Now I'll throw you a jailbreak screen in there. So that's 3 plays right there. There could be 3 plays that you sprinkle in every damn game. Right? It doesn't have to be a special occasion for you to run a screenplay. And listen, I want the Dallas Cowboys to do that with Tony Pollard too. You know what I'm saying? I know that he's an explosive runner. I know he's a Pro Bowl running back. I know he can get us 1,000 yards rushing. But listen, Tony Pollard set the NCAA record for return touchdowns, right? He had 6 return touchdowns during his collegiate career. He set the record for that. So, we know that means he has good vision. That means he good with the ball in his hand in open space. That also put Tony Pollard in some of these situations. Let Tony Pollard be the guy on the receiving end of a pick route. Let Tony Pollard be the guy you run a jailbreak screen for. Let Tony Pollard be the guy, you run a running back screen for. You know what I mean? So he said, Israel said, I've been on point all week. Hey, man, I appreciate that love, man. I try, man. No, I try. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to bring y'all good quality content as often as I can, man. So, and listen, it's no nonsense. It's no nonsense football. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking them to run a double reverse. I'm not asking them to run a flea flicker. I'm not asking them nothing, from Madden. I didn't say do Wildcat with these guys. I just said do some traditional, low risk, high reward plays for your best playmakers. It said Joseph as safety. I think that's the move to let Izzy play more corner. Well, listen, let's talk about it. We talked about it, last night. Me and Landlord did a late night show, and we were met with some trolls. They wanted to come in on fake accounts and throw racial slurs around. So we really didn't get off on that show like we wanted to. We were sleepy. They were in there talking crazy. They took some of the attention off the actual football. But now that we're out here with the normal folks and not the weird vampires, let's talk about that real quick. Hey, what's up with you, Johnny Woods? I see you, my guy. Thank you for tapping into the liquor store and showing love, man. Hey, everybody, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button on your way into the liquor store, man. I just got about 30 folks watching and about 18 likes on the page. Let's run. Yeah, there was some trolls in there coming in from fake pages, spelling out the N word in the comments. They went to landlord page, called him a boy, called us monkeys, all kind of crazy stuff. But we endured. We did a full show. We just had the moderators assassinate their goofy asses in the comment box. So it was fine. It was fine. Hey, listen, they came in for fake. It was fake pages anyway. Like the moment we got rid of one, they came back with another two. So it was fake pages anyway. So we ain't gonna give them the time of day. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep talking football, keep doing what we do, and being blessed and living righteous and making good content, man. We ain't tripping about that. Hey, a few choice words are not gonna stop me. I'm a black man from the South. Like, this is not the first time somebody said something crazy, but it is the first time somebody said something crazy from a safe place. We are not our ancestors. We lay hands and feet on people down here. Hey, Kelvin Joseph spent much of practice working with the safety group, right? And then let's piggyback that, right? Because Kelvin Joseph, keyword, spent most of his time working with the safety group. Piggyback on that, Cowboys cornerback Kelvin Joseph saw action in the nickel spot. He broke up one pass intended for wide receiver Kavontae Turpin, who we also know was getting a lot of work, during the second team 2 minutes 7:07. Could have delivered big hit on next play, but laid off here in spring, showing consideration for Mike McCarthy's pocketbook. Because you also know Mike McCarthy was getting fined for them boys working out too hard, in OTAs. So he made sure not to lay a big hit so Mike McCarthy couldn't get fined. So yeah, man. So listen, that goes hand in hand. One, let's use our problem-solving analysis on this, right? JC, what's up, my guy? Thank you for tapping in, showing love to the liquor store, my brother. I appreciate you, my boy. So let's use our conductive reasoning, right, to figure out what this really means in the grand scheme of things. So as we know, Kelvin Joseph was a guy that struggled in pass coverage last year, right? We were all very critical of his performance during the Jacksonville Jaguars game, and we were a little concerned about some of the other plays that happened over the course of the season, even though he didn't play that much, right? Had over 120 passer rating when targeted, gave up 3 touchdowns on the year, gave us some key yardage, some real big yardage, right? So we know for a fact that he struggled in pass coverage. But what he did excel at last year was run defense, right? He graded out as and listen, always take Pro Football Focus with a grain of salt when I throw around these grades, right? I do not have my own system for grading these things. I will delegate some of that stuff to them, but always please take it with a grain of salt. I don't always agree with them on the things that they say. So, hey, what's up with you? Lost in translation. I see you. The original people. What's up with you, man? So he graded out very good against the run. Right, he was in the high 80s as a run defender, like down there 88 if I'm not mistaken. So he struggled covering, but when it came down to tackling, like he had a lot of solo tackles. He graded out well as a run defender. That sounds more like a safety than it does a cornerback, right? That's the same thing we be saying about Trayvon Diggs. I'll be saying Trayvon Diggs can't tackle, yeah, but he can cover and he can get interceptions, and that what really matters when it comes down to being a cornerback, right? So the reason that we're mad at Joseph is he can't really cover, but the boy can go down there and lay hat. He can tackle real good. That's why he plays so good at special teams. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's special teammates right now. He can tackle real good. He can tackle. He can come down, lay hat. You know what I'm saying? He could excel in run support. Like, those are things he does very well. So why not put your young guy in position to be successful? As long as Kelvin Joseph is, we'll talk about Kelvin Joseph. I don't know yet. Now listen, I might do a poll on that. If y'all want hats or if y'all want merch, I will see about getting some stuff pressed up. But I will do a poll on it. This is a free country over here. We're gonna vote on everything. Just like y'all voted on the Eagles game, the one y'all want to go to for these tickets. We're gonna vote about the merchandise. If y'all want merchandise, we'll put out a poll. If y'all want a particular item, then I'll see about getting that pressed up. But yes, the original people will talk about Kelvin Joseph. If you're late coming in here, I'm gonna pull it back up. Kelvin Joseph was getting a lot of work at the safety room. He worked out mostly with the safeties at OTAs. He mostly worked with the safeties. And then when he was on the field, he mostly played the nickel package. And really, that goes hand in hand. When you look at some of the responsibilities of safeties on our team, J-Run Curse is always in the box as a big nickel. He has the green dot. He plays in the box so often. Donovan Wilson plays in the box during the big nickel package a whole lot. So, if you're a safety for the Dallas Cowboys, you will have to play big nickel. You will have to play big nickel. You have to be mobile enough to cover some of these running backs out the backfield, to stick with these tight ends. And you also have to be physical enough to come up and hit these running backs and fill holes and run support. Right? So those are the things that you have to do. But, you know what I'm saying? Those goes hand in hand. He was spending a lot of time with the safety room, and he was spending a lot of time right here playing nickel. So, I think it will be a full-on switch for that boy. They're going to get their money's worth out of BMF. Hey, they got to. Hey, Bobby Budget, what's up with you, man? Thank you for coming in and tapping in with the liquor store and showing love, my guy. I truly, truly appreciate y'all for taking time out your day to come get drunk with your boy and talk about these damn Dallas Cowboys, man. I really appreciate that. So listen, I think that might be something to save, to save his career. It might be exactly what he needs. And what people do not know is that coming out of high school, Kelvin Joseph was a 5-star safety. He did not fully transition over to playing, boundary defensive back until he went to college. When he went to LSU, that's what he switched to. When he was in Kentucky, I think he actually split snaps there. He said, I understand the safety thing. He's a second-round pick. Which spot he played, though? Got a hookers, right? It really depends. Because we play so many, because we play so many big nickel, we usually have 3 safeties on the field, right? Because J-Ron Curse, Donovan Wilson, and Malik Hooker are usually on the field all at the same time. They're usually on the field all at the same time. Usually have 3 safety looks out there on the field. That's what Dan Quinn likes. 3 safety looks. So, he can rotate in. There might be a play where Malik Hooker needs to take a siesta, and he can roll in for him and play free safety. There might be a time where Donovan Wilson needs to take a Gatorade break to get everything straight, and he can come in and take some snaps there. You know what I'm saying? If he earns it, right? Because there's other guys on the team that might be able to come in and play that tweener role. We just spent a 3rd round pick on Donovan on the Marvin Overshown. He might come in and play that tweener role for us at some points. We already got Marquise Bell on the roster. He might come in and take some snaps doing that, right? So it just really depends. He said he not too small for Dunno or Kerr's spot. Well, let's take a look, because Kerr's is long, but Kerr's is only like 209 pounds. Donovan Wilson's only like 209 pounds. So let's see how much Kelvin Joseph weighs. And that's going to be the stickler, because Kelvin Joseph is like 5'11", 6. He's not too far. He's 6 foot 192. So he might need another sandwich before he can play down there consistently. Right? He might need another sandwich before he can play down there consistently. But like DP Johnson pointed out, he said he played free safety, at Kentucky at one point. So we'll see. And listen, he ran a 4.3 at it, at the NFL Combine. So he's not a slow guy. The reason he was getting beat, on these coverages is because, one, he bit so hard on the double move, like it was no recovering for it, right, during that one game. And then the other time he just didn't get his hips around. And listen, I know sometimes Wes, comes off, a little aggressive, but like Cuz stood on that when he said that boy did not have the hips to play cornerback. Like he said he had safety hips, and we really saw that, when he got toasted up during that Jacksonville game. So I think it's more of his form on why he was getting toasted, because he got all the athletic ability in the world. He's tall, he's long, he's fast, but he did not have the ability to turn his hips and run to recover a lot of these times on these plays. But free safety, that boy can go out there and do that, man. Hey, what's up with your Bobby Budget? I appreciate you for the raffle entry, man. I salute to you. I thank you for that, man. So I appreciate the support, and also I'm thankful that you gave yourself a chance to get one of these dope ass Dallas Cowboy jerseys, man. Also, I'm gonna do some early promotion. We are gonna go ahead and do the 2-month raffle for the Dallas Cowboy ticket next month on the 1st. After we do the giveaway raffle on the 1st, I'm gonna give the actual jersey away on the 1st. We're gonna open up the raffle for the Dallas Cowboys tickets. The first place prize will be a ticket with a seat attached to it for the Dallas Cowboys home game against the Eagles. The second place winner will receive a general admission ticket, to watch the game against the Eagles. Right, you can go in standing room, and then the third place winner is gonna get this PlayStation 4 that I got. Right, so it's gonna be a big raffle. It's gonna be a $10 entry. You know what I'm saying? I did my best to suppress the price. That's why it's not 2 tickets for the first place winner. You know what I mean? So again, I'm gonna read it again. It's gonna be a $10 raffle entry. First place winner will receive a Dallas Cowboy jersey. A Dallas Cowboys ticket to the Eagles game with a seat attached to it. Second place winner will receive a Dallas Cowboys ticket for general admission, where you can go to the standing room area. And then the third place winner will receive a PlayStation 4. So that's going to be the raffle that's going to last the next 2 months. It's going to be from the 1st of June to August the 1st. Right, and then we'll do the raffle show and get that out to everybody. He said, "Let me go ahead and get my money right for next month." Yeah, I like giving y'all. He said, "4th place winner will be a ticket to slap an Eagles fan." Now, listen, you can do that freely right now. You know what I'm saying? We can do that freely. We can do that freely right now. But yeah, man, I like to incentivize y'all supporting the show. I don't mind putting some money up front, to make these raffles successful, to give y'all things that y'all like. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't want to go to a Dallas Cowboy home game? Right? Who doesn't like PlayStation 4? You know what I'm saying? Because even if you can't go to the home game, they still make games for PlayStation 4. You can get your Madden on that mug. You know what I'm saying? And You can go take us to the Super Bowl on Madden if you can't go to the game. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I just now seen your whatchamacallit. Am I going to stop doing jersey raffles? No, I am not going to stop doing jersey raffles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to, like, this is going to be the last jersey raffle for the next 2 months, but we're going to bring the jersey raffle back, after the, one for the ticket. But if you win, if you win the third place prize and you don't want the PlayStation 4, then I'll send you a jersey. You know what I mean? If you don't want the PlayStation 4, I'll send you a jersey. Cause I ain't tripping. Yeah. So if y'all want the jersey instead of the PlayStation 4, I'll swap you out. But I don't think that any of y'all will give up a ticket for the game for a jersey. So we'll keep the first two prizes, but if you want a jersey instead of the PlayStation 4, if you win third place, then I'll let that happen. We ain't tripping. Hey, this is a channel for the people. So that's what y'all want, that's what y'all will get. So moving along, I do think that will save Kevin Joseph spot on the team. I think you have to be more than a special team ace, as a second round pick to make it make sense. And I do think he has the skill set to play safety. I think he can play nickel. I think he can play nickel real well. I think he can play free safety. I think he'll be able to get some snaps. The hell out of Eagles fans, free cards. Hey, facts on top of facts. So real quick, let's also talk about this. I just thought it was interesting. Former Cowboy great coming back and helping a future great. He said, if I win the ticket, I want to go to a game that at least one of us will be at. Hey, we'll see what we can do, man. We'll see what we can do. If you win the ticket, I'll see if I can make it to that game. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact that Wes said I think he was going to the Eagles game. Because Wes said he going to about 7. I think that boy going to like 7 games this damn season. Yeah, JC, listen, it is our duty as content creators to go to a couple of these games, man. Hey, Tor Crawler, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, man. Hey, everybody show Tor Crawler some love. He new to the channel. Make my boy feel right at home, man. Hey, salute to you, my guy. Thank you for coming in and showing love. So what we have here is DeMarcus Ware was getting in some work with Micah Parsons. And I like that, man. That is passing the torch. DeMarcus Ware, and I know he might be before some of y'all time. Like some of y'all are some guys, I hate to say it, like some people, are young. So, they might not have seen DeMarcus Ware play. But if you haven't, what I'm saying, DeMarcus Ware is the Dallas Cowboys all-time sack leader. He made multiple All-Pro selections, multiple Pro Bowl selections. And he even left and was productive with the Denver Broncos and helped them win their first championship since the 80s. So salute to DeMarcus Ware. There's a lot he can teach a guy like Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is going to get more pass rushing opportunities this year to affect the game. He even went out his way and said that he would be a full-time defensive end. Now, Dan Quinn came out there and he walked that back a little bit. He said he's going to still be a pass rushing linebacker. But I do definitely believe he's going to get more opportunities to rush the passer, affect the game, and be better for it. So he already gained weight, to help him deal with the wear and tear on his body from trying to pass rush, and, he also has been spending time pass rushing against, veteran left tackles. What was the boy name? It's on the tip of my tongue. He went out there and practiced with Whitmore. I don't mean to bush the kids the man's name. I said the kid. I don't mean to bush the man's name, but he was the starting left tackle for the Rams, their last Super Bowl appearance. And he spent time helping Michael Parsons with his pass rush moves, going to, iron sharpens iron. He was a very good tackle when he played. So, that was a good look for him. Andrew Whitworth, thank you, Mickey. See, I knew y'all would save me on that one. So I appreciate that. So yeah, Andrew Whitworth. He spent time training with Andrew Whitworth this offseason. He was a very good tackle when he played. Now, he's with DeMarcus Ware, practicing pass rushing moves, getting work done, learning tricks of the trade from one of the best pass rushers in league history. So, I like that. I like when guys who played and impacted the game come back, and give back to the younger guys. Now, Michael Parsons is already one of these premier talents. He's already one of the better pass rushers in the league. But it does, wonders to have veteran guys come in and support and, allow their brains to be picked for the young guys to pick up tricks of the trade. And I really like that. I really like that. Now, I wish, like Troy Aikman or Tony Romo was out there with Dax. I hope that it gets to the point where Dez Bryant comes back and he's actually on the field with CeeDee Lamb and guys like that. But I love seeing the alum come out there and help the younger guys, man. I love to see it. Reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? They all are Dallas Cowboys family, and I love to see it when they do that. It said, hey, Bobby Budget said, keep up the awesome work that you do for us on the news. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I appreciate y'all for coming in and showing love to this channel, man. I definitely see the difference. I remember, man, when I first started, I only had like five, 6 people on the show. Now I got 51 people watching the show right now as we speak. So salute to y'all, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. You just don't know how happy it makes me to come on here, and y'all support the hell out this content, man. So I appreciate y'all for that. Like, y'all really keep me going. Man. So salute to y'all. Salute. And please continue to hit that like button, continue to hit that share button, and continue to hit the subscribe button, man. Hey, Miss Regina, thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming in and showing support. So yeah, man, like I said, that's good to see these guys out here, getting work in with all-time greats. But now let's talk about some of the comments by OG Prescott. Cause Dak Prescott came in and he made some comments. No, nobody told me. They shouted me out on the Sky Show. Y'all gotta send me that clip, man. He said, "What's the $5 thing?" We're doing we do raffles on this page all the time. The raffle for this month is a raffle for a Dallas Cowboy jersey of the winner's choice. If you send, it's $5 per entry. You can send as many entries as you want, but if you send $5, you'll be entered for a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey, and that runs until the 31st. And then next month we're going to be doing a raffle for tickets to the Dallas Cowboy game. So this month, the $5 entries get you an entry for a Dallas Cowboy jersey, and then next month, we're going to be doing entries for Dallas Cowboy game tickets. And the ticket in question is going to be to the Eagles game, to the home Eagles game. So first place next month, you'll win a ticket, with a seat attached to it. Second place, you'll win a ticket for standing room. And then third place, you'll win a PlayStation. Or if you don't want a PlayStation, you'll also win a jersey. You can win a jersey. Hey, it's too easy. What's up with you, man? Hey, Fish82, I got your Rillos, man. I got your Rillos in your hand, man. Mickey said she buying her San Fran joints right now. He said, I love the demeanor and swag that came across Dak's face when they asked him about the offense. Looked like he wanted to say shit. I'm finna be MVP. Hey, not a problem, Tour Crawler. Not a problem. Looks like a coach's shirt, Henny. Oh yeah, this is a cool right here. This is that a cool. This that TI stuff. But let's take a quick look at the comments made by multi-time Pro Bowl quarterback Dak Prescott. So this is reported by John Machado, who is a great follow on social media. always gives good, up-to-date information. So salute to him. He said Dak Prescott on working with Mike McCarthy as offensive coordinator. As we broke practice today, McCarthy said, go look at everything we put in and make sure. Hold up. My eyes are bad. Go look at everything we put in and make sure we're running the things you like and the things we're good at. If it's something you're a little iffy about, let's get it out. Let's master what we're great at. Just having that clear communication, being able to work with him day in and day out is new. It's refreshing. It's fun for both of us, man. Hey, shout out to my wife tapping into the chat box. I see you, baby. Salute to you and thank you for supporting me in the channel. Y'all show her some love. So yeah, man. Yeah, that was beautiful to hear, man. You know, like, and listen, it's basic, no nonsense football, man. It is basic. You know, hey, like I don't really like this play like this, so we shouldn't run it. I'm not really comfortable running this play. You know what I'm saying? And like, well, I run this play a little bit better. I really prefer this play over this play. So let's keep this play over that play. You know what I'm saying? It's really basic. You know what I'm saying? When you're going into, you go into battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to trust, your general to come up with a game plan, that ensures y'all victory. You know what I mean? So like, Mike McCarthy is doing the right thing by getting Dak Prescott's input, and seeing what he really is comfortable with doing. Don't just run the play because you like to play. You know what I'm saying? Just because the coach likes to play does not mean the players like to play. Sometimes coaches fall in love with a concept more than the players do. Sometimes they're not comfortable trying to make this throw. Sometimes they're not comfortable making that read. Sometimes they would prefer the receiver to get this amount of depth over this amount of depth. So, it's all about communication. And, communication rules the nation. So, I love, that Dak Prescott gets to talk directly to Mike McCarthy, who had a top 10 scoring offense for a damn decade straight when he was the play caller in Green Bay. So, you get to come in and talk to a guy that did it at the highest level. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl as a play caller, right? He helped Aaron Rodgers develop as a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is the guy that had a number 2 scoring offense, a number 5, 7, top 10 scoring offenses for a decade straight. So I love it. I love that they're in position, with this coach. And listen, Dak Prescott is a very cerebral player. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drew Brees, who is one of the better quarterbacks of this generation, even talked about Dak Prescott's ability to process, plays pre-snap. Like, he said pre-snap that Dak Prescott is one of the best quarterbacks in the league at analyzing what a defense is trying to do. So, he's a very intelligent guy. He's very good pre-snap. And, you just marry that with an offensive coordinator, that wants you to play fast, that wants you to play comfortably, that wants you to make quick reads and get the ball out your hand. I think they're going to make magic this year, man. And remember, I keep talking about Mike McCarthy, as a play caller. Well, they're going to be implementing some of Brian Schottenheimer's concepts too. And remember, Brian Schottenheimer got Russell Wilson to throw for 40 touchdowns, what was his career best. So, there's 2 offensive-minded guys on this team that has consistently elevated offensive talent around them for a long time. And I really, really feel, that's a great look for them. That is a great look for them. So, Dak Prescott seems happy about the new offense. Jalen Tolbert, when we talked to him, his eyes lit up when they talked about that. When we talked about West Coast offense, and some of the no nonsense thing they were trying to do. So, man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? So I like that. Common Sense Lad said Mickey the GOAT. Hey, Mickey is show one of the GOAT supporters, man. Like, Mickey always going on everybody page, showing love, and we appreciate that. Said, this shows Kellen lack of common sense. How you not include Dak in your game planning, man? Listen, it makes no sense. And that's one of the reasons why you do not want to get an offensive coordinator that is learning on the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kellen Moore had never been an offensive coordinator before a day in his life before we decided to give him the reins in 2019. He was just Dak Prescott's backup, as early as what 2016, 2017. Was he still a backup player in 2017? Yeah, so he just got done playing. Right? He was like a positional coach for like maybe a half a year or some shit like that before he became the OC. So I didn't like that marriage anyway. You know what I'm saying? You already got a young quarterback and you marry him with a young offensive coordinator that's trying to prove himself, right? That's trying to learn how to do the job at a high level. And listen, we still put up points here and there, right? I know that those numbers are inflated by who we played, but we still put up points. But I am happy that we are finally moving to a play call that wants to play complementary football. We're finally playing with a guy that is a championship winning play caller. We finally got all the things in line that we need to do, and I appreciate that. Fitz said, I truly believe the Cowboys will have a killer season, but I don't believe in the small school player helping at all. Well, it just depends. Because remember, T.Y. Hilton also played in the same conference. And listen, I be beating myself up about this. Like, landlord sprung this interview on me so quick, I did not do the proper research that I wanted to do. But Jalen Tolbert is not just a small school player. He was actually the best wide receiver that South Alabama ever created. He's his school all-time leader in passing yards, and he's the third all-time leader in the Sun Belt Conference in career yardage. T.Y. Hilton is actually the all-time leader for the Sun Belt in career receiving yards, and then Jalen Tolbert is third. So you can be a small school guy and still be exceptional, especially when you're dominant at the small school you were at. And listen, I expect the stars to show up, but I just expect Tolbert to be able to come in and give me something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he gives me what Cedric Wilson gave me, you know what I'm saying? If he gives me 500 yards, 4 or 5, 3 touchdowns, he had a great season. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's only going to be like your third or 4 or 5 receiver on the team. So, I'm fine with anything that he gives me. Will be a plus and will be greatly appreciated. Because we got our all-pro in CeeDee Lamb. We got our number 2 in Brandon Cooks. And if he stays healthy and does what we think he'll do, we already got our number 3, in Michael Gallup. So, I just believe that Jalen Tolbert in that 4th receiver role is going to be way more effective than people think. I'm not saying he's going to go out here and have a 1,000-yard season. I'm not saying that he's going to go out here and get 10 touchdowns, but I expect him to make some key plays for us throughout the course of the season. I think he'll have a couple big touchdowns for us, a couple big conversions on 3rd down. I think he'll make some plays for us this year, and I think we'll greatly appreciate his presence. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to be a Pro Bowler or all pro, but I definitely do think he'll add needed value to this wide receiving core overall in this new offense. How in the world you judging a player based off their school? Well, this is the thing. You should always judge. You should always be critical until somebody goes out there and plays well. You know what I'm saying? Until they do it on the football field, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I'm very critical on guys myself. There's certain guys I'm critical of myself, so I do understand the train of thought. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really high on Jalen Tolbert. Even before we interviewed him, he was one of the guys that we were talking about. Matter of fact, remember one of the things that I said that he played so little, you could consider him a actual draft pick this season. And the Dallas Cowboys really looked at it that way themselves too, because they didn't go out and draft a wide receiver until the 7th round. Right? They didn't draft a wide receiver until the 7th round. So they felt like they needed to improve the wide receiving core. They could have did so. But I think they're comfortable with Jalen Tolbert. I think that they still see potential in him, especially with this new offensive scheme. So I'm willing to let him go out there and perform before we write him off. You know what I mean? I think he's set up to be successful. The Chiefs don't have cap room for D-Hop. I want y'all to remember this. The salary cap is an illusion. The salary cap is an illusion, and the Chiefs are also planning on giving Patrick Mahomes a new contract. So theoretically, the money that they save against the cap this season can be used to sign DeAndre Hopkins. So they go ahead and give Patrick Mahomes a new contract, even though he'll make more money overall, it will still clear salary cap. I'll be satisfied Jalen Toll would pick up those 600 yards and 5 touchdowns that those shows had. I'll be satisfied if he has 400 yards. If he has 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, I'm satisfied with that for my fourth wide receiver. And listen, hey, Hoodlum, I said that to start the show. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are willing to pay anything right now for a wide receiver. But, if he was willing to pay to play for peanuts, I wouldn't mind having him. But I don't think, just from the way everything is set up, I just don't believe the Dallas Cowboys view wide receiver right now as a position of need, because they did not go out and sign. They already went out and traded for Brandon Cooks. And then after that, they didn't sign another wide receiver. They didn't draft a wide receiver till the 7th round. So, I don't even think they think wide receiver is pressing. I think they look at it as like possibly, but they'll have to give Mahomes at least $200 million. Yeah, they had to give him $200 million over the course of the contract. But because of the way that the salary cap is broken up, it'll actually clear cap space from this particular year. The same way that the Dallas Cowboys are going to probably give Dak Prescott a contract that gives him $52 to $53 million per year, but will also save anywhere between $26.2 and $39 million when Dak Prescott gets his contract extension against the cap next year. Because you're going to be spending that money over the lifetime of 4 or 5 years, you get to mitigate the cap hits. Yes, run the ball and stop the run. And I think we set ourselves up to do that at a high level this season. Because listen, they out here picking up fullbacks. They out here talking about playing their best 5. At running back. I mean, at offensive lineman. They spend they top 26 pick on a defensive tackle who was a good one tech to stop the run. I think they're gearing up to do exactly that, to stop the run and to run the ball more efficiently. And that's one of the reasons why I think the Dallas Cowboys will be so successful this season, man. Like, I really do think they're going to go out there and get off. Well, shit, hey, I think there is a limit to how much, I think there's a limit to how much they can backload. But I definitely think that Patrick Mahomes' first year is going to be under $20 million. Because I think he's supposed to make like 40 something this year, and I think that the salary, I think the new contract, his cap hit this year will probably drop to under $20 million. So they can probably save about $20 million against the cap. He said, run and stop the ball. Yeah. Real talk. So now with that said and that going on, let's move along. Let's move along to the next subject. Because we talked about, come on now, y'all hit that like for my man Henny. Hey, I appreciate that. Said my family getting tired of me saying this is our year. He said this better be our year. Hey man, I believe so. I believe we should. Listen, we're in as good a position to win the Super Bowl as any. You know what I mean? Like, we are out here improving. We improved every area on our team. We had a question mark at. We had question marks at cornerback 2. We got Stephon Gilmore. We had question marks, at wide receiver 2. We got Brandon Cooks. He said, how many rookies will play on defense this year? I think Overshown is going to get some snaps. I don't know if he's going to get a ton of snaps, but I think he'll get out there and at least get his feet wet. I think because Fihoko is going to play 3 tech and edge, he'll get out there and play. But I don't necessarily think that the cornerback that we picked up is going to play right now, because we got so much depth, quality depth at cornerback right now. So I think you're right. I think the 2 defensive players that'll play will be Fihoko and Desmond Ironman. No, 3, because Maji Smith is going to play. So yeah, I think Maji Smith is going to play a lot, because he gonna pretty much split snaps with Hankins, so he's going to play a lot of football. I think Overshown is going to play. I think he'll get some spot duty here and there. I don't necessarily think that he'll start off the bat, but I think he'll be a rotational piece among the linebacking core. And then I definitely think there's a good chance that Fihoko can leapfrog somebody like Neville Gallimore. I do. I said we hyped CD and Coop so much, but MG13 has always been our big play guy. Hell, his best year, he had 1,106 touchdowns and less than 70 catches. Yeah, he had an outstanding 2019 season. I need him to get back to that form, because if he can get back to that guy, we'll be unstoppable. And really, let's be real, he doesn't even have to be. He said, breaking news, Hopkins to Philly. Well, if y'all get him, God bless y'all. Now, I say he's a good player. He's a good player. So, hey, listen, if y'all do sign him, I'm not going to say he's washed up. I'm not going to say he's this or that. I'm just going to say congratulations, you got you a good player. I'm not a hater. They said breaking news. There's my Iron. He said breaking news. D-Hop test dirty. Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all, and listen, y'all don't need him. I don't think we need him either. But if y'all did add him, I wouldn't, poo-poo on what he would bring to your wide receiving core. You know what I mean? Like, he definitely would improve your wide receiving core. But I don't think y'all need him. I think y'all got a great 1-2 punch with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. I think the Dallas Cowboys have a great 1-2 punch with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. So yeah, I don't think either one of us needs them. But I think it's a 2-man race in the NFC, and it's between the Cowboys and it's between the Eagles. So like adding DeAndre Hopkins will put one over the top of the other. So if it's an orange race, if it comes down to that, then I understand. I understand the mindset of trying to get better over your biggest competition. Only thing Philly getting is an ass whipping from us. Oh yeah, Big Alicorn, maybe he could get some work. Man, y'all gotta quit playing with me. He said you only got one ball, you gotta count. He said, yeah, Fish said too. So you're not sold on Overshown. I like Overshown a lot. And I'm also going to tell you something about Overshown. Compared to J-Ron Curse and Donovan Wilson, he actually has the acquired size to play like that and stay healthy. Because even though he has a safety background, he has a linebacker body. Because he's 6'3", 230 pounds. I mean, he's a big boy. So, like he actually has the needed size to go out there and take that contact and stay healthy. So, like J-Ron Curse like 209, if you believe what his listed weight is. Donovan Wilson's like 209, if you believe what his listed weight is. He got them boy by 21 pounds. So, I think he can take that contact, stay healthy, provide length and athleticism. It's just gonna have to be getting him up to speed to play actual true linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I think he can come in and play some outside linebacker for you. But I just gotta wait and see. Tyler said, I'm not sold on any of the players we drafted just because I haven't seen them play in the NFL yet. I like all our picks though. Yeah, and listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always better to go off of production over projection. Right now, the only thing that the young guys have is projection and potential. In Texas, we talking big about that player from Mexico. Well, listen, I could be wrong. He might go out there and do something. I just think, I don't realistically see him being out any of these defensive tackles. They've been doing it for years. So we'll see. But I don't think he'll beat none of the boys out. It said thought everyone was high on Clark. I'm high on Clark too. I don't think and listen, that's the thing. I'm not saying that that Overshown is going to take Clark's job. I'm not saying he's going to take LVE job. But you got to have a good rotation, of linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have somebody that can come in when they're dinged up. You got to have somebody that can come in when they're tired. You got to have some depth, at those spots. So they're going to have to lead the field at some point. So that's when I think that DeMorvion Overshown will play. I think he'll be a rotational piece, just like I think Devin Haney will be a rotational piece. No, I think that they'll come in, and play sparingly, but I don't think that they'll have I don't think that they'll have like buku snaps. No, I'm not monetized just yet, but we working to it, my brother. We're working to it. But hey, whoever brought it up, send me the shout outs or let me know the minute mark, on Sky Show where they get when somebody shouted me out. I'm gonna go view that whenever I get out the show. That piqued my interest a little bit. So let's see. Joshua safety, onside kick rule, Pollard. Yeah, let's talk about Pollard a little bit real quick. Let's talk about my boy Pollard real big. Hey, man, the playmaker's back. I know he ain't 88. He ain't that playmaker, but hey, Tony Pollard's a very dynamic playmaker, and he's out there. He said, what's the Cash App? The Cash App is down there at the bottom. It's $ Henny, HENNY THEMOOR. And I'm going to put it in the chat box. I'm going to pin it to the chat box just in case. Here you go, brother. I'm going to put it in the chat box for you. Hennythemoor. There you go. And I'm going to pin it to the top too. So there my Cash App at the top. $ Hennythemoor. And it's MOOR. Yes, he said hit that A. Listen, even if you're a Philly fan, if you win the jersey, if you win the jersey, I'll send you a Dookie Green color jersey. It is what it is. So if you support the channel, and you enter for these raffles, man, I am a man of my word. I will, deliver. D-Hop to Dallas with Zeke on the way. Oh, man, this offense is about to be unstoppable. Now, listen. I'm not really sure how the Ezekiel Elliott re-signing would work because his funny thing about it, Ezekiel Elliott's transaction is not even cleared yet. Ezekiel Elliott's transaction will not even come off of the books until June the 2nd. That will be when we get the money from him getting cut. Because we are still in line to receive $10 million on June the 2nd from the Ezekiel Elliott transaction. So theoretically, in my mind, right, I don't think you can enter into another contract with him until after that, right? Hey, what's up with you, kinfolk? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. Hey, we just out here rocking and showing love. Man, last night was crazy, man. Like, them folks was on dog food. Them folks was on, I don't know, fentanyl. They were out here wilding. I don't know what was wrong with them folks last night. Just out here talking crazy. They gonna ask landlord that they know of Dante from New Mexico, and when he said nah, he gonna call him call us racial slurs. I don't know what was going on. Then I know it was like a professional troll because the moment that the wrench gang went out there and got rid of the boy, he came right back under a new account. Hey, shout out to my Philly. What's up with you, man? Thank you. I appreciate you, man. And listen, that's gonna get you 3 entries for the jersey. You know what I'm saying? If you do happen to win, I will send you a jersey of your choice. They ain't got, since you supported the channel, it ain't got to be a Cowboy jersey. If you wanted a Dookie Green Eagle jersey, I'll send you one. But for real, man, I appreciate you, my guy. That's love right there, and I appreciate that. Salute to you. Zeke was expected to sign before June 1st, and that was on the plans. Wasn't. Right, yeah. So, yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. It would have to be after June. So we're still looking at after June the 2nd. So it's still going to be like a week before Ezekiel Elliott can get re-signed by the Dallas Cowboys. If that was to be the overall outcome we were looking for in terms of that. Israel said, move on from Zeke. I'm with whatever makes the team better. If they go out there and it looks like Lepke, however you say his name, can give us a little bit more as a power back, third down back for the cheap and that $200K, then it is what it is. But if nobody steps up and proves that they could be a power back for us or a short yardage back, then sign Zeke back. Do whatever makes your team better, to win a championship right now. So if you still have questions for your short yardage back, goal line back, power back, whatever, and you haven't found it in preseason, then sign Zeke. If you have guys on the team you're comfortable with, they can do the job or do the job better, then let them go. Let them stay where he's at. It just depends on how the Dallas Cowboys evaluate the position. He said, believing in Rumpke and Pollard is basically Gallup over Cooper all over again. Well, that's the thing. We gotta see it. We just gotta see it first. I'm not opposed to Ezekiel coming back under the right circumstances. If Zeke can come back and play for the veteran minimum and just be my short yardage back, do this, do that, do the dirty work, cool. But if you think you already got it, they go out there and they prove it already, that they can do it, then whatever. But do whatever makes your team better. That's what I'm gonna say. Do whatever makes your team better. At this point, I'm good either way. You can make the argument about it. He said seeing is basically Gallup all over again. That did leave a bad taste in my mouth, so I don't know. I'm on the fence about it, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh yeah, man. We try to put good content out, man, and we try to have the chat rocking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we good people. A lot of us got family that are Eagles fans, so I be talking about slapping the shit out of y'all, running y'all over. It's all in good fun. I don't expect them to go out there and go to jail. You know what I mean? So, but let's see. Hard not to like his content. One of the smartest out there. Hey, I appreciate that. I definitely do. So let's see. What else do we have on the agenda? Yeah, we already talked about Jalen Hurts getting thrown under the bus. Did we talk about kicker? Oh, that's what I want to talk to you about real quick. Kicker. We're going to talk about kicker. And yes, we got to talk about kicker. Yeah, did I delete it out of my thing? Let me see. If not, it ain't going to take no time for me to re-upload it. Kicker shit. Here we go. He said, of course not. Ashton Howard, no. I would like for the Dallas Cowboys to sign DeAndre Hopkins because at face value, he makes the team better. But I do not think the Dallas Cowboys believe wide receiver is an important position right now because of the current players on the roster. So I don't necessarily think the Dallas Cowboys will make a move unless, he offers them a contract. I did give you Wes and Landlord y'all flowers for that interview, and I did address the misunderstanding. Choctaw, you my guy. You ain't never got to I know how you are. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I like you in the chat box. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't always need yes man coming to the chat box. You know what I'm saying? You have strong opinions, you have strong point of views about the roster, personnel, decisions, things like that. And I love for you to share them with us. So you never have to apologize for being yourself or ever have to like elaborate on stuff. You always good over here, man. We ain't tripping. Like, you've been one of you're a damn good supporter, man. You always come in, show love, share the content, hit the like button, all the good stuff. So yeah. So you come in and say what the hell you want to, Choctaw. We ain't tripping. Real talk. Salute to you. D-Hop was already reported at the Star, so these reporters out here fronting they move. Ooh. We'll see. Like I said, if they sign him, I ain't tripping. Oh yeah, well yeah, y'all make sure. Said he ain't go to 112.40 on Sky Show. Okay, yeah. Hold on, let me jot that down. 112.40. I'm gonna screen record that and use that for content because it's always good content. 112.40. And salute to them boys, man. They do a damn good job over there. They're great. I like their show. No doubt. Kicker Tristan Vizcaino made 6 of 8 attempts in kicking drills. We still need a damn kicker. Hey, we still need a damn kicker, man. No, they sign and get the same production from T.Y. Hilton for less money. So yeah, man. Peep it, man. Like, I don't necessarily think we need a kicker that is perfect in the regular season. Because remember, Brett Maher was kicking so good in the regular season. We said he got snubbed for the Pro Bowl, right? I need a kicker I know is gonna go out there under the bright lights and make a pressure kick. Give me somebody like Robbie Gould who had never missed a kick before. He said, "Nah, I love you dudes. I could never be upset with y'all. Good man. Hell, y'all helping others grow. I definitely love that about y'all, especially Wes and Law. Those two men are, hey man, yeah, they great people, man. They great people." See, Gail can just report it. D-Hop in the Star. What the hell? They said Deuce is small, but man, listen, Deuce is small. There's going to be a learning curve, but he is a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there might be limitations to how you can use Deuce Vaughn. You know, you might have to relegate him to being somebody, you know, like a Darren Sproles. You know what I'm saying? You might have to regulate him to being a jack of all trades. You know, you might have to use him in the passing game. You might have to be selective in the runs that you pick for him. You might have to let him be a kick returner too. But you can definitely get great production out of Deuce Vaughn at the end of the day. I don't think he's too small to be a good football player. He might be too small to be a 300 carry back, right? I think he's too small to be Ezekiel Elliott, but I don't think he's too small to be a playmaker on the team. You know what I'm saying? So that might be what they're trying to what they're trying to say. Yeah, Deuce Vaughn is Darren Sproles, and there's nothing wrong with that because Darren Sproles made 3 Pro Bowl selections, won a Super Bowl. Has one of the most productive players in NFL history in terms of all-purpose yards. So yeah, I like the niche he could have. Yeah, and listen, he can hit the gap. He definitely can. Yeah, he definitely can hit the gap. But you know, at that size, you want to mitigate. You know, you want to mitigate the amount of contact and big hits he takes. Because you want to keep him fresh. You want to keep his production. You want to keep him, you know, out there on the field. So, you know, when guys are that small, even with undersized wide receivers, you know, a lot of times they tell them if they're not wide open to go down. They don't want them taking no big hits and getting laid out. Henny, always keep your chin up. Hey, appreciate that, man. Yeah. The work done was not huge, but I think he was a little bit bigger than my boy right here. Say, let's see, yo, Joe, that means discount on jerseys. Yeah. Said Deuce Vaughn was a teammate with my little cousin in Cedar Ridge, Texas High School. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. No, I'm not worried about DaRon Bland having a sophomore slump because he plays on the defensive side of the ball. Because there was not a sophomore slump with Trayvon Diggs. He actually got better with the addition of Dan Quinn. There was not a sophomore slump with Micah Parsons. He also got better this year. There has not been, there hasn't really been any slack in these guys that we brought in on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm not concerned, with him having a sophomore slump. I think he'll go out there and produce. I think he'll have a great season. I'm not gonna lie. Now I don't know if he'll have 5 interceptions like he did last year, but I definitely think he'll get like 2 or 3 picks and have even better coverage grades across the board. I do. Hey, salute to William Curtis for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the love and the support, man. I appreciate that. That's real love. Oh yeah, listen, it's not about the size of the dog. It's about the fight in the dog. I butchered that saying, but listen, you can be a little dog, a little guy, and be a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some undersized guys in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that he'll be productive. I'm just saying, like, there are certain ways that I would use him to make him the most productive. Right? I think there's certain ways, there's certain things you can do with him to maximize his production instead of just having him running against loaded boxes or doing this and doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that you can have him excel at doing certain things on the football field and also mitigating some of the things that might get him hurt. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I want to get the ball in Deuce Vaughn's hand with a head of steam. And listen, he's great in the open field. I want him to get the ball in his hand in the open field. I want him to be able to use his speed and his vision, right? I don't want him to be a power runner because of his size. There's certain scenarios I want him placed in to be successful. That's all. And I think he'll be a good player at this level. I just think that you have to go about it a certain way to make it happen. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, he'll definitely do great. He'll definitely be productive. They just got to use him right. Right? Same thing like with Tony Pollard. You know what I mean? He wasn't even getting used at one point, and now he's your featured back. You know what I mean? So, like, you just got to put them in position to be successful, to show their skill set, and then, we can build on from there. Yeah, indeed. I never put a player down. He said, I'm smoking Deuce blunts. Oh my God. He gonna last. Please have faith in the young brother. God, dog, you gonna put the man in the blunt already. That's a pre-op pack. God, dog. But it is, y'all can disagree with me, but I like the boy. But yo, man, y'all have a blessed weekend. Stay safe. Remember to spend time with y'all loved ones. We definitely will, man. But yeah, I've been on here about an hour and a half. I'm finna get off here and spend some more time with the grandson. He did graduate kindergarten today. So, we finna chop it up, hang out, have some good family time. I appreciate y'all for coming on here and showing love and support. If my brother West Coast is still live, please go over there to his chat box and show him some love, show him support his channel, support what he's over there doing. And if the good Lord gives us more content, I'll be back later on, man. So salute to y'all. Yeah, Choctaw, like I'm older. Yeah, I got a grandson. I got 3 grandchildren. Like, he's the oldest one. He's 7. So salute to y'all. God bless. And listen, since Philly donated, you know, y'all ain't gotta run an Eagle fan over this time. You know, you can clip them, you can scare the shit out of them, blow the horn. You know, just don't run them all the way over. You know, you might be able to side swipe them or something. But appreciate y'all for the love, the support, and I'll get at y'all later, man. Peace and God bless.